Good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon. I just realized where we are. This is where we are right now. At this spot. Behind the mount is Baldur's Gate. And it looks like the game will end under Baldur's Gate. Oh, we're in the circus. Circus it is.
Can you and your beloved stand the test of time?
Let's speak with a bard. The leg in this area, man. Yodor.
No.
I haven't said anything.
Still no. Off limits. Leave. Now. Bugger off.
Okay. That's so. Viola, Silver Tongue, Calliope, Blingsdorf.
My pleasure.
Viola Silvertongue at your service, or I will be, once my set is done.
Not now! I must provide musical support for Miss Silvertongue.
Okay, what's here? High wire Hilda.
Do not stand too close. The flames have a life of their own.
Shadow Whispers. It's only level 7 this place. Becca soon.
Mum won't let me touch the animals. Bet you don't have to ask your mum to pet a stupid cat.
Hey, maybe steer clear of the beasties. One of them is near Rabbit and the other is looking at us like we're supper.
And the other is a dinosaur. Cringe.
Oh, please!
get too close, or Crimson here might decide you look tasty.
Damn it, you can unlock them. Speak with the Shadow Whiskers.
Another. Good.
Examine the cage.
While the cage is sturdy, the lock is old. It could be jammed shut, so not even a key could open it.
Why good?
My time comes. I will show you. All of you.
Show me what?
Look. See. The crowd. They laugh. They shine with innocence. But it is a lie. Every one of you is vicious. Cruel. You kill my mate. Steal my cubs. I raw. Break my cage. And then you die. You all die!
And when exactly do you plan on killing everyone?
Soon.
Break the lock and sure the cage can be opened.
No! Coward! I thought you a hunter. Wrong. You're prey. Small, sniveling, pathetic.
The displacer is pure
Twice already.
evil. Crimson.
Hunger. My stomach screams. Press your flesh through bars. And add blood. Meat.
Here, I got something else you can eat. What did I give him?
Meat. Meat.
I had meat, I guess, and I gave him, okay. Now what?
Buddy the dog is my very best friend. Do you know why? Why? Because with him, anything is possible. Way!
Good puns. Because clowns aren't enough of a horror already.
Did you hear about the scarecrow who lost a fight?
Simply watch.
He got the stuffing kicked out of him. Way! Oh, you're all such good friends. I've had a wonderful time, but I have to go. Oh, well, if you insist. How about a magic trick? But first, I need a volunteer with nerves of steel and the heart of a lion. Who will it be? Who?
The hair on the back of your neck raises as a shiver passes through you.
You, my special assistant. Come on up.
You love the spotlight, don't you, Astarion? Here's your big chance. Although he says a magic trick, I should go. Approach the stage. What are you gonna do?
But he's been practicing day and night for this next trick. What kind of friend would I be if I spoiled his grand finale?
Approach.
A round of applause for the stalwart heart!
Yay! Woo.
Now, I always tell children that they're special, that each and every one of them is unique. Tell me, what makes you
Should have been Astarion. I freaking knew it. There's something unique about my brain.
No, it's not that silly head of yours. You, my friend, are the most special person in the circus, in all of Baldur's Gate. Does anyone know why?
Why?
You're special, my friend, because I have a message just for you. Praise the Absolute.
You sense something behind you. Instinct takes over.
That attacked the entire circus. I should trigger this the last. I bloody knew it. We're triggering this the last. There's two more to talk with.
With ease.
Shit, Lae'zel triggered on the previous save.
Can you and your
No, this is the last thing that you should trigger. I guess that's how it looks like the last freaking
You
thing.
shall find me. Let us confer.
Crimson, please.
Another. Good.
Yo, can I do it like this? Divide and drag them one by one, then they shouldn't trigger this. Instead of talking again.
Ah, excellent choice.
Keep a blade close.
This way. Onward.
No, we can't.
Salutations.
I want to see
On my way.
You've seen him twice already, Peanut.
Let's go.
Someone there? We're a long way from Waterdeep.
Action, not reaction.
Wits and blades, always
He
sharp.
looks fine.
Watch your back.
Like its will be done.
Lovely day this. For now, let's explore.
These are really skeletons. Lucretius.
grapevine, then pivot step. Jacob, you have the grace of my great-grandmother's missing leg. Ah! And Boris, put some sensuality into those lovely hip bones. I know you have it in you. Step it up.
Okay. Are you really using necromancy for a circus act?
We are decades from that. I hope they could open for Dribbles. Not that my star needs the support, but at this rate, who knows? Call me Lucretius, ringmaster, necromancer, bringer of the night. Oh, and wine lover extraordinaire. Normally, I'd invite you into my tent for a lovely vintage, but these graceless skellies need my full attention. Enjoy my circus, darling.
The skeleton looks beyond you, frozen, awaiting command from it. Little remains of the person this skeleton once was, only polished bone and brittle teeth. Little remains of the person this skeleton once was.
Well, hello. This way. Time for discretion. Oh, for a skeleton key.
This guard caught you picking a lock. Perhaps you'd like to try the lock of your very own cell.
There's a prison as well. Where's that prison? Baldur's Gate prison? I mean, I can go with invisibility.
No, we can't go. I want to...
Easily.
Get it right this time.
Lost in thought.
Jacob!
With haste.
Scratch. Itchy. What? Crawling claw. Scratchy and itchy.
You call that a pose? Again.
Keep your distance, darling. Tread carefully. Let's keep to the shadows. Quick and quiet.
Pointy cat. Speak with the dead on the circus last days. Oh, chill.
Over there. A magic touch. Adventure
Red
awaits.
cat here.
Mr. Hag.
Mr. Hag!
Miss her stink.
Mr. Hag. Pop. Purveyor of trinkets.
Oh, hungry little hobgoblin. Want a treato? I has lots of treatos, and magics, and junks I finds. Don't worry. I only takes junks from dead people. I is nice.
Oh, and they loot corpses.
Oh, lots of times. The beasts ate a kiddo the other day, and I got some good stuffs. I mean, Circus is safe. Do not worry. Yes.
Let's see.
Yes! I has lots of stuffs.
Additional level 4 spell slot. +1 bonus attack rolls when throwing and may swap positions with a target with a failed dexterity saving throw. Don't need anything else.
Bye bye.
Stony. Bony and stony.
Oh, darling, don't forget that Dragonborn's order. It's due shortly.
Bony and stony.
shall make him magnificent, my darling. I know it. Darling, we have a customer. Is your camp drab? Dreary? Then you have come to the right place. Browse our bespoke, stony and bony creations, or commission a statue in your likeness. It is our most sought-after service.
Stony and bony, which are you?
Bony, at your service. That there is my darling wife, Stony. Is she not magnificent?
She's a lot bigger than you.
I know! It's wondrous! Now, what can I do for you?
I'd like a statue of myself for my camp.
Oh, my wife shall be delighted.
5,000.
Customs are her favorite,
Ocho.
particularly when
Ocho
their
i vodu i
facial
ocho i
structure
kafu.
is as unique as yours.
5,000. Let's go.
Tremendous! Stony, darling, let us put this towards our getaway in the Moonshay Isles. I'll have your statue shipped to your camp. You shall love it. We guarantee it.
Can we trade?
Ah, the adventurer returns.
Let's see what you got.
Oh, you shall be thrilled and delighted. I know it.
$5K gold that I gave him. Look if I can steal it back. Yeah. Great, you steal from. Flesh to stone. On stony and bony. Only stone spells. Stone skin, wall of stone and flesh to stone. Petrify.
Nothing caught your eye? That drow's
Let me
nose
speak with
was as
Stony.
crooked as you carved, my darling.
That was friendly.
No use digging here.
Is someone excited to work on the handsome dragonborn? Get your shinies and treatos!
It's impossible to steal.
It's been an age since your last break, my darling. Every sale, Papa Seti. Seti. Papa sells good things.
What now? Over here. Like a wraith. What can we rescue?
A long way to go still.
One with the weave.
That drow's nose nose was as crooked
Don't
as you
touch me.
carved, my darling.
Into the shadows.
He was simply in denial.
Trust no one. Step lightly. On tippy toes. Let's go to pass.
Let's see what's left. Ooh.
Step by step.
The Book of Isometric. Let's see if we can speak with Bard, but I doubt, to be honest.
Aren't you the adoring?
They can't talk.
Get your shinies and treaters!
I've been everywhere and I did everything. Time for the clown. Master of puns and punchlines. Dribbles the clown. Bitey body. Pay. Monstrosity. Doppelganger. It's an Astarian up there.
Did you hear about the
Get off the
scarecrow
stage.
Oh! You hear that, buddy? We've got ourselves a Debbie Down bear! Thank you to the loud mouth for volunteering for my next trick. Now,
The hair on the back of you.
you, my special assistant.
Astarian, you love the spotlight.
Come on.
Here's your big chance.
What? No. Don't you dare. This isn't funny.
Oh, my heart! The enthusiasm is too much! Now, up, double sharp, or poor Buddy will think you don't like him. Right there! Oh, perfect!
Go on, Astarian.
Of course. What fun. I'm going to fucking kill you.
Now, you're very special. As special as can be. Does anyone know why?
Why?
You're special, my friend, because I have a message just for you. Praise the Absolute.
Yeah. Like for real.
Very well.
For real. How come you did not see that coming, Astarion? I mean, it was funny, but still. Ah, she wanted to set the displacer free. Okay, we do it with the main character then, in that case. Yo. bad jokes in the game by far are with Astarion. By far. Yo, I don't know what to say. Let me finish the game, finish with Act 3, then I'll know what to think about it. There are ups and there's downs. It needs polish, frames are disgusting as well. I don't want to speak way too much about it, I just want to play. Once I'm done we can speak. Desolation, how you doing?
Buddy the dog is my very... Why? Because... Did you hear about the scarecrow? You! A round of applause!
I'm glad you...
Now, Tell me, what makes you special?
My strength.
Boring! Boring! Anyone can do that! You, my friend, are the most special person in the circus.
Why?
You're special, my friend, because I praise the absolute.
You sense something behind you. Instinct takes over.
So eager to please. Very well. Is this spot of the praise the absolute.
I'm ready.
Oh, I'm out of spells. Oh. Oh, 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 that's bad. That's bloody bad.
Feel my mistress's love.
I'm ready. With pleasure.
And you and your beloved stand the test of time.
Bloody Elder killing civilians.
Here comes the punchline.
Really? Go for Gale. You don't go for Gale. Really? You well.
Make way.
So he's stunned.
No gloom, all doom.
Ooh, I devoured intellect. Zero intelligence. You know what a dog needs, by the way? A trip attack. I just realized it doesn't have a trip attack. Every dog in a CRPG history has a trip attack, and this one doesn't. And Scratch doesn't scale with your level. 5 HP is very little. Shit. Two doppelgangers.
The lance board is set.
Holy moly, 13 crit. Yodor, fighting with us. A bugbear.
What should I do? Got to move.
Yourself from the theme
Grip.
I speak, they burn.
Another shifter. Shame. I thought we were killing a real clown.
He wants to kill a real clown. Clown hammer. When you hit, they laugh.
Would your love conquer all, or conquer you? Save yourself from suffering, or the theme will know. Beloved, stand the test of time.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Why'd you single me out from the crowd?
I saw in your eyes what I see in my own. Death.
What happened to Dribbles the clown?
I killed him. Bathed in his blood. A death worthy of the list. Of the tribunal.
What's the tribunal?
The greatest honor. Of them all.
Where's Dribbles' corpse?
Mistress needed his body parts. For her art.
What type of creature are you?
A shape changer. People call us doppelgangers.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
What do you gotta say about this?
You took those bastards down like it was nothing.
Let's
You.
chat. I thought you were part of the show at first.
That's right, Granny. Fyodor.
You fight good. Doppelganger, not so good.
Fyodor security.
How could Madame Lucretius let this happen? And what are you doing here? Out!
How could this happen? To Dribbles? To my home?
Okay. Is that the circus? It seems like it is. There's nothing else. There's a cellar and a house at the start of the game. And we did it all. We can cross the bridge. Straight to Baldur's Gate.
Save yourself.
You can dress as a clown.
Yes. To new horizons.
And you and yours beloved stand the test of time.
What you gotta say now?
My
I mean, I could kill. What do you want? Why you here?
Oh dear. Screaming children, an oozing corpse, and it's not even my birthday. I thought the Absolute wouldn't dare set foot in my circus. To use such a woeful Dribbles impersonator, why, it's downright rude.
I spoke to his corpse. This was planned.
When you run a plane-hopping circus of ragtags and ruffians, few things faze you. Alas, I cannot afford to lose any more staff. Funerals are so very expensive. I need to move the circus. But I cannot leave just yet. Not without Dribbles. He was a star. Customers of every color and creed simply adored him. I need him back, and I'll shower the person who finds him in love, adoration, and adequate compensation. What do you say?
He's dead. Dribbles is dead. The doppelganger killed him.
Oh well, at least he won't complain about extra rehearsals anymore. Find his corpse for me, will you, darling? I'll resurrect him. The show must go on after all. Perhaps I'll make some improvements along the way.
Last of payment.
Ha! I can respect that. And you're in luck, because I am old, darling. Ancient. I have seen stars explode and civilizations fall. Along the way, I happened across items of such power that would make you weep with awe. Find my Dribbles. You won't be disappointed.
Okay.
That's the spirit, darling. And remember, I look after those who make me happy. Hmm?
Find Dribbles the clown.
Thanks ever so.
This is terrible. The circus is supposed to be a safe place. For us performers, at least.
The, attack is nothing to worry about. Madame Lucretius has everything under control. Enjoy the circus.
Miss Silvertongue says there is nothing to worry about, so there isn't.
What will the Jinn say?
Atabi is tired of the wheel.
Please, enjoy the circus, which will never be the same without Dribbles.
Goddamn Dribbles. Where's Dribbles? Wait to find the clown now. We ordered a statue. I can't wait to see the statue, by the way. And I doubt Dribbles is in cemetery. I really doubt. We are done with the circus. All that's left is the cellar here. It's plagued with traps, and then we go here, and that's it. Everything else is done. Out!
I'm not asking for much, just a teensy investment to get me started. What are you calling this small business? Cheap and cheerful. Refugees for hire. That's you, right?
I don't want to do trigger the traps down there. That's why I dismiss.
At least
That
here
way.
we stand a chance.
Might as well.
Looks like a trap there.
Playmaker's basement key. are the perception checks.
The air is ripe with magic.
This fails. Yo! Eclipse, thanks for the $10, man. Thanks a lot. And cheers to you too. We failed all of those checks. Видишь? Не düştü. UDM, да. 2 комада.
Trap. This place is more dangerous than I thought. A trap.
Молчь.
Someone doesn't like visitors.
Jesus Christ, sit down. Rigged fireworks.
A trap. Someone doesn't like visitors. A trap. Someone doesn't like visitors.
Love this basement, man.
Subtle steps.
Traps. How considerate.
Thanks again. Eclipse, thanks a lot.
Traps. How considerate.
Jesus Christ, with traps.
Be careful. There are traps.
One second. There.
It's big, but still young. Heavens help the hunter if its mother called them.
Damn it.
Caution is warranted here.
This is idiot. Classic idiotism. There's like 50 traps. People, hello, hello. Nothing special. Slept like 7-8 hours. Was outside doing something, started the stream. That's about it. Today is a very boring day. And it's way too freaking hot. I hope I disarmed all. Wild.
What a day.
Let me work my magic.
Žena, jel si tu? Mogla si kafu da mi staviš pre nego da odeš. Dong. Why is this even here, man?
Path less traveled.
Add fireworks. Čekaj se.
Been pretty young when he was killed. His cave bear. Rather sad, really.
A trap. Somebody doesn't like visitors. How delicious. With pleasure.
Elminster's not around, so it might as well.
Blackmail list. Put it in the teddy bears. Put it in the teddy bears.
Planting explosives in toys. Is Arthur intent on maiming children?
This is where the toys from the barn were crafted. What a wicked little workshop.
Explosive toys in a barn. Okay. Goblin poetry. We already seen this one in Act 1. Be.
Of course.
This is it, we've been everywhere. I really believe this is it. I need to check the quest, finish with the explosives, find the corpse, find the murderer, cross the bridge and go to Baldur's Gate. Wormrock Fortress. Quite a big map. I think we should rest as well. Where is that Arthur guy now? He's not here. Gonna speak with this one, I got evidence now.
I don't need you standing here gawking, thanks. Double the patrols. We're dealing with a maniac here.
Careful, I might.
Ready and willing.
Let's long rest. For the very first time in Act 3, by the way. Yes, go to long rest. Vlakith.
Queen Vlakith. Skra!
You are a Charlotte, and still you speak my name.
I've seen the captive Orpheus with my own eyes. Spoken to Gestil Kithrak Voss. You lied to us. Enslaved us.
The betrayer Voss lies!
Damn it!
I have only a
Boy,
moment, and you, Charlotte, will listen. We are Githyanki. We move mountains. We snuff out stars. We shake the plains. The traitor Voss has lied to you. The heretic prince would shatter us in an instant. The great dominion shrunk to the head of a pin.
Can this be true? Is the Githyanki prince really a threat to his own people? Or simply a challenge to Vlakith's rule?
Return to the astral prism. Slay Orpheus the Pretender. Serve me, and I will ascend you. You will be no mere warrior, nor Kithrak. You will be Barta Vlakith, commander of dragons. My only, my chosen. A final chance. Kneel before me. Make your promise.
Lae'zel's thoughts become yours. The sight of Orpheus looms over her mind. Voss's words echo within it. She means to forever turn her back on Vlakith.
Stand your ground, don't fall for Vlakith's lies.
I gave you my faith, and you called me traitor. I gave you my life, and you ordered your knights to hunt me. I have witnessed too much, and you have given me too little. Finally, I can see. Orpheus will live, and I will hear his creed. This is my word.
Your word is nothing! You are nothing! The Kithraki will bring you. I will tear your flesh from your bones and devour your skull's marrow, while you beg for death. I will consume you. I will unmake you.
What happens when a woman becomes a deity, man? She's probably in her period or something. Letter from Arabella. First 3. I need a cup. 1 second just to make one cup. Be right back fast. Where were we? We should have a statue in the camp. I paid 5,000 for it. Letter from a rebel. That's a tiefling. She's in Baldur's Gate.
Let's go. Let's take a gander.
Oh, enough waiting. I crave blood.
At the ready.
Got a better outfit for Gale. Splendid blue.
Forthwith.
Speak. Like, what? You can go, it's possible. I don't get it. Let's speak with Lae'zel.
It is done. There is no going back. As long as the Undying Queen reigns, I am never to soar unbound over the astral sea. Never to cross the one in the void. As it should be. Better a short life built on truth than immortality woven of lies. Better to unite the Githyanki under a prince who would free their minds and honor their bodies. So why do I feel so bitter?
I'll go with insight.
Vlaakith has upended Lae'zel's whole existence. Everything she knew to be true, every plan and aspiration she ever held has been painfully ripped away. Lae'zel's bitterness is born of sadness. She is mourning the loss of the person she once was, and can never be again.
How well you've come to know me. But in truth, she didn't take everything. I have what I have gathered for myself. I'm more to a new regent, a new land, and new allies. Vlaakith cannot unmake she who no longer exists. And so, from the old battle cries is birthed another. Shma Salar Orpheus, ma still now forging in Yeri. Orpheus's will above all. May the comet blaze my path forward.
You've been quick to pledge yourself to Orpheus' cause. What about your own needs?
Orpheus's freedom is my want and my need. To deny his freedom would be to deny my own. There will come a time when I can think about myself beyond the Lich Queen who enslaves the Githyanki and the prince who would liberate them. But that time won't come until the Prince of the Comet flies again.
So what's next?
We find Voss at Sharess's caress and retrieve the key to releasing the prince. Orpheus tough Kinazin.
Next. Ian. Grab. Why are you here in a camp?
Hi. It's me, Yenna. You remember me, right? You were really nice to me before, and, my mum hasn't come back yet. She might come later. I don't think she's coming. Could we maybe stay here?
Absolutely not. We've hit our quota for mangy strays.
No kids allowed come back in 10 years. Pick a spot and settle in.
Yes! You've got a fire and everything. I can cook really good. Whatever...
It's with a kid still.
By all means.
But please, don't look at me.
Is this really a kid? Let me see if it's really a kid.
Eat this!
But please.
Well, that was fucking weird. What conclusion am I supposed to make out of it? I like coffee. When I was younger, I used to drink like 10 to 15 coffees a day. Now I drink like 3 or 4. Give or take.
Most excellent.
Well, I hope you're not bugged.
Men, women, children, all barred from entry. A damn travesty. A decade ago, Baldur's Gate would have welcomed any and everyone seeking refuge. Who would take in these souls, if not the Jewel of Baldurin?
Perhaps we can reason with the leadership.
Gortash, do you mean? Those metal hunks do not obey a man who sees reason. There is no negotiating with the dead gods is chosen. They know only the language of punishment and pain. To make Baldur's Gate a safe haven, we'll first need to bathe Gortash and Orin in their own blood.
A dead badger here. Really. That's a big badger, by the way. What's the deal with this? There's a statue that I paid 5,000 bucks for, man. Gale the Erudite. Invulnerable statue with a staff. Shit. Statue acts like it's alive. Heart of ice. What does the Starion have to say about everything?
So, Lae'zel's finally seen the light and turned on her mistress. It took a little time, but she got there. Though it's not over yet. Masters rarely let their slaves go without a fight. Ah, my favorite.
Anything else with Will and Lae'zel?
Vlaakith's a fearsome one. The sort it's hard to say no to. But Lae'zel said it anyway, to her immense credit. She's choosing truth. She's choosing freedom. For her, for Orpheus, for the Githyanki people. I wish I knew a good Githyanki cheer to celebrate the occasion, but the only gift phrases I've picked up are the sweary sort.
I'm listening.
Where's Jakira?
We just played host to an undying queen. Oh, and that's without our fine silverware. Lae'zel has courage, turning her back on a lifetime's belief. As for us, best we stay out of interplanar politics, I think. Orpheus is on his own. But should great Vlaakith come to settle a score with Lae'zel, well, I might be convinced to kill her. Undying or not, she was very loud.
Indeed she was. How are you faring without Harpers?
You think me lonely? In truth, I prefer travel in a small pack such as this. Unburdened by numbers, we're free to act rather than react. A little like the old days. With allies every bit as peculiar. Give or take a few tadpoles.
Don't tell me you can fuck a grandma. I'd like to hear more about these old days.
Would you? In time, then. Perhaps once you found a rocking chair for me to doze off in. Ask it.
We already did this. Did a study on now this part. Let's see what Shadowheart has to say.
I didn't think I'd live to see the day when Lae'zel turned her back on Vlaakith. But all things considered, good for her. Of course. Honestly, my heart's racing. The end's close. My parents are close. I just know it. Thank you.
Come to bask in the glow of the Moon Maiden's sword? Be most welcome. I am free from my bonds, but not my duty. The dead 3 are risen. The dead 2 remain. You must face them. I will help.
Keeping very well, I hope?
What happened between you and Father Keterk?
I mourn the man I knew. He was wonderful. He raised me to serve Selûne as my mother, rest her soul, had wished. He was everything to me, all my life. When an emissary of Selûne came to our little town, we were elated. Dame Aelin, daughter of the Moon Maiden herself. This was different. It was like I could see my fate in her eyes. Lucky for me, she felt the same way. But my father was skeptical. Aelin is...
Yeah, we already had this
sounds
convo.
strange. There's an... Then...
Okay, okay, I get it, I get it, I get it, I get it. She licked your ass, I get it.
But I suppose the
get
man
it. And your father got mad, imagine that. I would get mad as well. Galcian.
So, it seems that Vlaakith is Lae'zel's queen no longer. That took no small amount of backbone.
Have you heard from Daniel?
I have. He speaks to me during my nightly meditations. He is well. And Oliver also. At times they are one, and at others they divide. Easier for playing, perhaps. And the land thrives also. I doubt you would recognize. Perhaps one day, you and I can both return and see it for us.
Okay. Withers, you got a throne, I see.
Fate, dost thou require a new ally?
Where's Arabella?
The girl has left to hew her own path. She left you a letter. Thou couldst read it, or thou couldst not. Such is the way of autonomy. Hast thou other business?
Letter from Arabella, but I already found a letter. I got two same letters, what? I'm going to Baldur's Gate. Same letter. If you don't find it in a barn, then Withers gives the letter to you. No! Encumbered.
In for a surprise? Reg, where's Tara?
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
She left for Baldur's Gate as well. Finish the bed. Like, what is this? Is this a bug? Weird. Very weird. Mysterious hole. Mysterious hole. What is this? What the fuck? Darkest, yes. Is this a bug? But content could be, I don't know, man. I don't know what you think now. Where was that mysterious hole? You're not allowed to go there. Can't TP, can't do shit. That's the camp. Sleep. Where's the campfire? Go to bed. I've seen it all. Now what?
How did you? Oh, it's you. I must have let my mind wander. Enough for you to wander in. Forgive me. I am drained. Ever since you killed Ketheric and took his netherstone, the Chosen's control of the brain has been brittle. It's rebelling against Orin and Gortash, fiercely. I suspected that when we took Ketheric's stone, the brain would begin to break free. Those brainquakes confirm that my suspicion was correct. I do not know what happens now when it receives their orders, and I do not dare guess.
You feel the Emperor's fear as if it were your own. An Elder Brain enslaved is one thing. An Elder Brain unleashed will be the end of everything.
Beautiful, isn't it? The mighty Prince Orpheus, contained in submissive slumber. Come. You may as well sit a while, now that you are here. Your company isn't unwelcome.
Your company is disgusting. What are you doing?
Trying to guard us. The brain is restless, but I am distracted, and my lack of focus is endangering us. I'm haunted by memories. They are relentless. I can think of nothing. No one else.
Who do you think of?
Duke Stelmane, or Belin, as I knew her. I wasn't ready for her death. You thought you were my first ally. Far from it. I have long sought the allyship of others. It is the only way to succeed. Though my relationship with Belin was different from my relationship with you.
How so?
In life, she was my business partner. Back when we ran the Knights of the Shield. A difficult task for a mind flayer. Duke Stelmane trusted me, and the city trusted her. I conceived the plot, but Belin took center stage. It was she who met with the merchants, politicians, and patriarchs. It was she who negotiated deals and signed off on agreements. Her rooms played host to the most important conversations in the city. Together, we brought order to chaos. At its height, everything that happened in that city went through the shield. Through us. I could not have done any of it without her. Just as I cannot do any of this without you. But now, she is gone.
Do you need a hug? If I didn't know you were a mind flayer, I'd say you were upset.
Astute as ever. You think that mind flayers are soulless husks who feel nothing. Belin thought the same at first. You are wrong. Feeling is vital to the pursuit of anyone's goals. Even a mind flayer's. Like you, mind flayers know fear. Like you, we crave recognition. But unlike you, unlike the others of my kind, I am no slave to either. My end is and always has been freedom. Belin understood this. Belin became my freedom.
You know you're trying to manipulate me, it's not working, I know what you are.
You would do well to be more like me. Your humanoid tendencies are becoming an encumbrance. Leave me.
I still don't trust this fucking thing. No one wants to speak.
I brought my own paring knife. Now I just need some ingredients, and I'm gonna make some.
Yeah.
But please, don't look at me.
What is wrong with this cat, man?
On it.
We need to organize inventory a bit. More than a bit. Last time I did it was like 20 hours ago. Dear God. Oh, man. Man. Freaking salami, 1 kilogram. That's a weapon. Ah, yeah, you can whack them with a salami. Okay, cloud disengage. I'll save the seawall threat. Was the quest amulet, now it's empty. Cursed amulet. That quest is done. Spell restorations.
Blacket's will be done. Proceeding.
Yeah, still gotta get Yankee egg. I don't know what to do with it. Clown stores. That's the quest, man. I like click heals for covering ground. If I go with this, she gains armor class and saving throws. But as long as not wearing armor. Or holding a shield. With a brutal leap. Nah. I can't. Wisdom modifier damage. With unarmed. Again for a monk. Throwing stuff. Fixed condition. Unarmed attack steals radiant.
Don't linger.
Send a small rocket at a foe. And inflict color spray. 3d6. Susur dagger. a trident for barbarian. Persuasion checks. Days. Cast spells for free. Only illusion and enchantment though, as bonus action. But you need to hit them with a weapon attack. Mage hand. Blinded. Funny how the chest doesn't turn items now. Why? It turned everything else. Oh, they pasted it bugged out. Oh, all of the items bugged out in the chest. They patched it up, they all bugged out. Dear God. Holy shit. Everything I collected is bugged. But I placed, I don't know, books. I placed a lot of things, I don't know. Was gonna remember I placed everything from Act 1 till Act 3. Except gear. All the gear that I found is here. Basically all the gear that exists in a game is here. But here's... I don't know what. How can I fucking tell? Like, for example, what is this? This is paint. I think this is paint dyes. Okay, that's what got ruined. Paints. Mostly. Blinded, cannot be paralyzed. I don't need a jump. Jump distance. Immunity to acid. Protection from missiles. When you make an attack with a rough hand weapon, you can add your ability modifier to the damage of the attack. There's way too many items, you don't need half of them. What was martial exertion? Push past your physical limits, take piercing damage to gain additional attack per turn and do double your movement speed. That's quite extraction. Quite good.
I wonder what the next move is. I'll take this way.
Shadowheart left only. Don't know if I drop them on the ground, will it count? But I think it's perma-bugged. I mean, when I examine 15k, it acts like it's not perma-bugged. Because the chest is worth 15k right now, everything that's inside the chest, but we'll see. Spear of the Night with a moonbeam and a moon mote. And a dark vision. And advantage on wisdom saving throws and perception checks. I still like the Blood of Late Ender more. No matter what. Because it has a sunbeam. But she can carry the Spear of the Night with her. When I use Sunbeam, I can switch for a Moonbeam. Basically, I got them both Sunbeam and Moonbeam. You need weapon sets, okay? One button, she switch a weapon set. That will be great on everyone to have weapon sets, because there's way too many items in the game. Up the difficulty, get more enemies, get more encounters, make the game like 10 times harder and give weapon sets, like 2 or 3, or even better 4 weapon sets like in Breath of the Righteous. And then when you wanna cast, I don't know what, when you wanna cast Moonbeam instead of a Sunbeam, you press a button, she switches weapon set and you can cast a Moonbeam, okay. Difficulty gets harder, everything gets better, and you can switch more sets and use these items actually, okay. Also, with slots on rings and amulets, if they decide to make this difficulty go up, considering there's like 1 million amulets and 1 million rings and you can only carry one, you need to manually switch. Why, man? If I found a ring to, I don't know what, there was a ring with heal, for example. Make slots fucking available here, okay? 10 rings at the same time. Up the difficulty, let it be challenging, but they should allow you to carry multiple rings. Jump further, aid, cast Scorching Ray, you know, things like that that give classic spells, low-level spells, rings, to equip on multiple characters. I don't see a reason to have only 2. That's also very bad in itemization. Extremely bad. The game is already easy enough. You can play without a single one. Now, if they decide to make it like this, so you can equip like 10 trinkets, difficulty needs to be like 3 times harder, man. With 3 times more encounters. And then it makes sense. It's gonna be fun. You're gonna rotate items. You're actually gonna use something, okay? Like here, I just put him in a stash. And truth to be told, even if I wanna use something, I'm lazy to enter the inventory and then switch one ring for another just to use a fucking spell. It annoys the living shit out of me, to be honest. Spell save DC and spell attack rolls. Yes. I don't know how they made this game, okay? I have a feeling like it should have remained in fucking early access. Because I'm really not fine with this. There's a lot of things that they had to work on. Especially inventory, okay? Itemization, leveling, all of that needed work. But they were under the pressure to release the game, I guess, and this is what we get. At the end. A mess. Like, what's the point of all of these items? You realize what I'm speaking about. What is the fucking point of all of these items when you can't use them? You don't need them. And it's a pain in the ass to switch. I would rather play without items than switching them non-stop.
You have mine.
But for real, I would rather play without items. Yes. Fucking naked if I have to, okay? Just ignore this multiple switching. There's a lot of problems in the game. Can't pretend how they don't exist, they exist. Where were we? This is all done. Camp is done. We can get the fuck out. Journal also. Holy moly shit, I hate the journal. It's fucking crazy. I'm not using it though. I literally played the game without the journal. Maybe I entered like 3 or 4 times in total in over 100 hours. But bloody hell, it's a fucking mess. It's disgusting. No, I don't mean use it from the inventory. Get in and then click and then click and then click, 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 click and waste time. I mean give a fucking option over here and equip them all at the same time. Okay? Give 10 spots. That's what I talk about. What was I doing? Journal. But I don't know what they changed with the chest. It can happen with mods. If mods up the difficulty, then you can carry 10 rings at the same time. And you can have different weapon sets and switch. You want a sunbeam with late ender, it's there. You want moonbeam with a spear, it's there. I don't see a reason why not. Okay. Inventory is not a problem, it can be done. What is the problem is the difficulty, because if you add all of those features in the inventory, 4 weapon sets like in Wrath of the Righteous, additional slots for trinkets and so on, then the difficulty should follow. And it's gonna be a very fun game. I'm telling you, it's pointless. There's way too many. Way too many. It's fucking pointless. I can't look at this journal. I just can't. We play on a hunch. I won't miss a thing. But I can't look at the journal. It's crazy.
This is a fists, but it isn't a hard one either.
Here we go.
If you can't even guard right, not these intruders.
I'm paid to take down troublemakers, so don't make trouble.
Piece of shit, get out.
How many red caps are missing?
To the bridge.
I'm not sure.
Yay! 24 FPS. 26. 31.
That'll make a great headline.
Lance the journalist.
Ah, are you trying to get into the city?
I believe
Got a
I'm
minute to
gonna
tell me
kill
about
her.
your experience at the gate today?
All journalists and media deserve to die. No comment, you bitch. No comment.
Uh-huh. I see you don't trust journalists. Can't say I blame you.
Yes.
I'm not here to catch you out. I'm covering the closure of the gates for the Baldur's Mouth Gazette. My editor
The
sent
worst
me.
kind of people.
He wants some fluff
Ever.
About the heroic steel watch keeping the mob at bay. Whether or not that's the truth or
Worse than those Satan Hollywood worshippers, okay? The only worst thing that exists is the journalist. Worse than politicians, worse than cops, worse than everything that exists in the world, man. Worse than a cat shit. Media. I'm not interested at all, goodbye.
fascinating.
Sneak up. Come here, study.
Outraged.
Yo. I'll show you something. What I would do in real life.
Front page material.
This is what I would do in real life. Huh? More media. That's it. That's how you deal with journalists.
Onward.
Now let's go.
You there?
Come on. That's how you deal with journalists. No more media.
Bloody gnomes. Think they can get away with anything. Neelikers threw explosives at the Steel Watch. We need to find where they burrowed themselves up. You an adventurer? Looking to pad your purse? Find their foxhole. Bring me their chief's head. The fist will reward you well.
I won't do it.
Then you're no friend of the fist. No matter. I'll find someone else. Most folks around here will do almost anything. You pay them enough.
Do you wanna die too, man? Falcao! Man, I used to watch football the last time when Falcao was playing. That's the last time when I watched football. When Falcao was playing football. Shit. That was ages ago.
And if a patron confuses me for a member,
We'll level up! Very soon we're level 11. See if there's anything hidden. I won't loot crap. I refuse to loot crap anymore. Everything soup.
Yes.
It doesn't suit you to play as a Dark Urge, eh? I guess I would feel the same. I would feel exactly the same. And I probably never play as Dark Urge. Because of that reason.
No trespassing. Got it?
Yeah, I got it. Let me trespass now. Another giant strength.
The gnome's life for me.
That's worth it. No trespassing. Let me just trespass in front of your face. Climb the ladder. Plant a bomb. Loot the chests.
If I must.
How do you know? What the fuck, are you crazy? You came up, then you go down. Thief on a loose. Search me down there. Yeah, who would do something like that? All of you, get your asses. Nah, don't steal. Get your asses back. He doesn't know. We're gonna chill for a minute. But how do you know? Let's go to the advanced AI.
May it please, Mistra.
We want that step for the difficulty. We're gonna stay. It's not the deal to have more HP and armor. Our AI will be smarter on Tactician. $16 FPS. Can't wait to enter Baldur's Gate. That's gonna be a fucking mess. This is the glimpse of a mess. Yes. That was great. Great. 120 FPS in Act 1, man. Bounty.
Easy enough.
You won't get upset. You won't. Special order. They want the gnomes dead. Circus.
The missus and I have been dreaming about the city. No more sleeping rough. Didn't expect to find it locked down tighter than a watcher's fist.
Looking for lodgings? Don't bother. All the decent places are gone. Damned coronation.
Do you stream also on ultra settings? If I stop the streaming, I will get 70, 80 FPS for sure.
I found so many victims for Cazador here.
Which means
They're the kind of people no one would ever miss.
Traveler Grishk.
Word to the wise. Give that ill-mated temple a wide berth. Rude buggers. Certainly not bringing my trade there again.
And what's your trade?
Let me show you.
Are you shitting me, Grishka? It's not like I need anything out of this.
Pleasure doing business.
Potion of strength. Perma strength. Let me see. I forgot. I got it somewhere in Act 2. Perma increased strength. What's the name of the bloody potion? Man, I was gonna... Perma increased strength by 2. Lae'zel.
Eager for battle.
She's got 19. Now she's gonna sip this. But it's not by 2, it's by 1. It doesn't go above 20. Whatever, okay. If the game was actually hard, I would pay attention to what I'm doing. There is no point, there is no need. Whatever. Adventure Dream. Rosanna.
Bloody ages we spent hiking from Murren. And they won't let us in the city proper. Bollocks. We're adventurous, damn it.
Why won't they let you in?
The bridge god chatted some shite about a coronation. Couldn't really make head nor tail of it.
You?
Come to Baldur's Gate, he said. Adventurers get welcomed as heroes, he said. Poxy Drim and his bleeding notions.
Rosanna.
Right, this was a stupid idea.
Not long before we leave scouring places like this behind. Part of me will miss it.
I will not. It is our chance to start over. Bloomin' hell, you look famished. I've got some victuals that'll warm you right up.
What you got?
Have a skeg at these.
Are you shitting me, Larian? Like, I haven't put something like this.
That should do ya.
Get the fuck out. This is Braigo's Flophouse. Oh my.
The runaway is still missing after all. Nothing happens until he's found.
And what do you reckon, lad? You trust these steel watcher thingamajigs?
Trust them about as far as I could throw them.
Aye, I'll second that. It's alright where we can get work repairing them, but what happens when they build something else to do that? It's no good, I tell you.
They can turn into mist now. I'm not the only one with new tricks.
Or vampires. I think it was vampires.
Keep a blade close. Let's go.
Wizard like cat burglar.
Tempers are rising. It's clear not everything you find is at your disposal.
Okay, nothing happened.
Someone there? On the hunt. With pleasure.
No rest for the wicked, I see.
Hear me. Circus is caress.
Let's have some fun.
Should have dumped a lot of them. We are not staying in a pit.
Listen, it's got private rooms, music, and all-round pleasant folks, from what I've heard.
Pleasure house. And if a confuses me for a member of Shadowheart,
I'd probably break his nose. Good boy.
Let's hope for gold.
Salutations. My pleasure.
Dear son of a god.
we can bound a ton of people and pray none of them have sticky fingers.
Just keep your hands to yourself. You're being...
Luckily, frames really don't matter in a game, okay? In a game like this. Lucky.
Why does one's crossing have so few lodges? We need at least...
Maybe the circus would be
I venture forth.
Such a long way down.
To new horizons.
Would Larry unlock this door up? I don't get it. Why would Larry unlock this door up? Stairs somewhere else.
Trust no one. Ready or not. Quietly.
Den of decadent delight.
It's got private rooms, and all-round pleasant folks, from what I've heard.
Yes?
Let's get on with it.
Now what? Simple.
Whatever's behind that lock, it's being watched closely. Best to step away.
Just like old times.
Ready and willing.
What are you hiding?
Hello, you. What fun.
The air is ripe with magic. With haste. Consider it done.
Peeking on here.
The coward's root. Immediately.
I shoppingovali ga, bre. A, jeli, bre? Jel napravi štetu? A? I guess you can walk on rooftops as well here. That looks like a door.
Color me curious. What a day. Let's be quick.
It's not Trebdale.
Easy.
No, of course it's a door.
What?
Or no. Birds.
May it please, Mistra. Let's give this a try.
You notice some blood has pooled on the wooden floor.
68.
You notice the blood's source. A body hidden under the bed.
Pull it out. 50 on gold grind. With his key. Her key.
The dead shapeshifter back in the tunnels bore one just like it.
To the best of wives and mothers. What were you doing when you died?
The corpse
How did you die?
Lifelessly.
Murdered by my son.
It's to be expected. Some families just don't get along.
Who is your son?
Baldur.
Why did you kill you?
Found his secret. My sweet boy. Why?
What was your son's secret?
Killed folk. Slowly. He liked it.
A lot of questions I want to ask, by the way. Who did he kill?
The corpse remains silent. It does not know. The spell's power wanes. You can ask no.
Act 3 has ups and downs. That's how it is. Ups and downs. I got nothing else to add. It reminds me a lot on Divinity Original Sin 1, the first 10 hours, with zero combat and all conversations.
You notice some blood has pooled on the wooden floor. You notice the blood's source. The corpse regards you lifelessly.
What were you doing when you died?
Seeking answers.
What answers?
My boy had
What was the secret?
killed folk. Slowly. He liked it.
Who was your son's next target?
Ill-mated temple. Didn't see.
The priest. What is this place?
Landlord. Contraband storage.
The spell's power
She died in a contraband storage.
The dead shapeshifter back in the tunnels bore one just like it. My pleasure. Organs in vials. Is it a requirement of evil to enjoy pickling body parts?
checks. That would be the list of victims. Those that wish to enter the Temple of Baal must slay the targets on the list and frame the corpses of murder by the cult of the Absolute. He killed Duke Stelmane, Lower City, Father Lorgan in Rivington. We need to find the killer now. He killed Dribbles the Clown as well. Figure Chef National. These are alive.
This map. Shapeshifter's locations, Father Lorgan's name. The killer was here. As you wish.
It's a lot of houses.
All-round pleasant folks.
Done.
And if a patron
That blacksmith was paying me to use the clamping. Right.
Key at once.
People are just walking into Sharess's caress like it was any old business. No disrespect to you, of course, if you're a patron.
Oh, we're not queuing for Sharess's caress. Not yet, anyway. Head on in.
Why are some people so strange about Sharess's caress? It's just sex.
Oh, it's a whorehouse. Okay, let's see Sharess's caress. Is this Sharess caress?
Welcome to Sharess's Caress, where our libations and sensual indulgences restore even the weariest souls.
Okay, let's get in a whorehouse.
From decadent drow to whip-cracking librarians, we cater to all tastes. See Mamselle Amira for a full list of company.
Mamselle Amira.
If you have gold, we have everything you crave.
There's Mamselle. Shall we speak, Mamselle?
A weary traveler, battered and bruised, you come for sustenance, no, decadence. A mien cool as ice, yet eyes burning hot. Oh yes, I know your bliss. A sturdy dwarf, a leather whip, she gives, you receive. Or have I misjudged you?
You misjudged me. You're way off, I'm afraid.
Am I? Your eyes tell a story, sweeting. You crave more than pleasure, you crave penance. It's Fionn you seek, our stern librarian. She isn't here today, alas. Your penance must wait. Well, we've other ways to fill your void. A drink for one, a pair of drow for another.